What's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm 26 years old, gonna be turning 27 years old pretty soon. So I am a wizened old man who is ready to share his accumulated wisdom with you, the viewer. And in this video, the wisdom that I want to share with you are the seven best purchases that I have made in my 20s. Now, I am qualifying these purchases as the best purchases I've made based on either their financial return on investment, so to speak, that they've given me, or the quality of life improvement that they've provided for me. That's how I've picked them, and hopefully you will find this video both entertaining and informative. With that said, let's jump into the first best purchase of my 20s in no particular order, although I will say I think that this is probably the best purchase that I've made in my 20s. So the first one is the coding bootcamp that I attended right after college, Full Stack Academy, and the reason that I'm treating this as a purchase is because I actually funded roughly 30 to 40% of the cost of that bootcamp. The rest my parents were generous enough to fund, but so I spent about $6,000, which was all the money that I'd saved up throughout college. And if I think back to my 20s, there is no thing that has had as big of an impact on my life as learning to code. My entire life these days revolves around coding and software engineering. I worked at Google, at Facebook as a software engineer. My business, Algo Expert, is related to software engineering. This channel on YouTube is largely related to software engineering. So learning to code was the best thing I ever did, and this is likely the best purchase I've ever made in my 20s and probably in my entire life. Now, the second best purchase that I've made in my 20s is the filming setup that I'm using right now to film this video. I'll put a picture on the screen so that you can see. Specifically, the camera lens, the little microphone on the camera, the tripod, and then this little light that I've got next to it. This is the exact setup that I bought 2 years ago when I started this YouTube channel. I now have a new microphone, but back then I didn't have it. I only had the one on the camera. And if I really think about it, this camera has been just such an amazing purchase, or this entire setup rather, because when I started YouTube, I wanted to have really good video quality and audio quality without going too fancy. So I spent about $5,000 on this entire setup, and put aside the fact that my YouTube channel has now been amazing for my personal brand, for my business Algo Expert, which is just unquantifiable. If I just look at it purely from the financial return that the YouTube channel itself has given me, just from YouTube ads, because I don't do sponsorships on this channel, I have made about $120,000 in 2 years. I started the channel exactly 2 years ago. That is a pretty damn good return on investment on just $5,000. Obviously, I've also put in a ton of time into it, but still. So definitely, this is going to be one of the best purchases I've made in my 20s. The third best purchase that I've made in my 20s is actually not a purchase that I have made, but a purchase that many of my peers in their 20s have made, and even my peers beyond their 20s or before their 20s, and it is purchasing Algo Expert, my company. If you're a software engineer preparing for your coding interviews, systems design interviews, machine learning interviews, you definitely want to check out Algo Expert. Go to algoexpert.io and use the promo code CLEM, C-L-E-M, for a discount on the platform. Using the promo code CLEM is going to make it the best purchase of your 20s. But okay, more seriously, the third best purchase of my 20s is going to have to be my air fryer. This is my air fryer right here. I'll put a picture on the screen. It is one of the best purchases ever. By the way, don't ask why it's on the floor. That's a story for another time, too long to explain. I'm sure that some of you are going to go in the comments. But wait, Clement, we have to know, why is your air fryer on the floor? Another time. That being said, air fryer, not at all overrated. If you don't really enjoy cooking, or if you're kind of lazy like me, I'm always at my computer working, I want to cook something really fast, but ideally that tastes good, air fryer, so good. Not overrated. Definitely go get one. For the fourth best purchase of my 20s, I'm going to cheat a little bit and bundle a bunch of items into one, and these are going to be all of the Apple products that I own. And hint, hint, I own a lot of Apple products. When I was younger, like in high school, I was one of those kids who thought they were cool by being anti-Apple. I was the whole PC master race kind of person. And I just realized over the years as I bought more Apple products that Apple shit's gold. Like everything that Apple sells is amazing, amazing quality, amazing for your productivity. I could not imagine my life without my MacBooks. I have two, my AirPods, I have two also, my iPhone. Like Apple products are amazing. If you have the budget to buy your first Apple product or your third or fourth Apple product, do not hesitate to do so. They are amazing. The fifth best purchase of my 20s is going to have to be this office chair that I'm sitting on right now. I have talked about this office chair in a couple of my videos already, but this is a Herman Miller Aeron chair. If you're unfamiliar with this chair, believe it or not, there's an entire subculture around office chairs, and specifically this company Herman Miller, which is apparently the god of office chairs companies. But seriously, this chair, it is expensive. It's like $1,500. Or maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, I forget, but it is amazing. I'm someone who not only spends all day long at my desk on this chair, but also I have had in the past a lot of lower back pain from lifting injuries, and lower back pain is very, 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 very not fun. It can truly ruin your life. It makes your quality of life so poor, so miserable. And ever since I've gotten this chair, I have had zero lower back pain, at least not caused by prolonged sitting. So seriously, to me, this is just an amazing investment. If you have the budget, especially if you have lower back pain and you sit at your desk all day, definitely consider getting one. Best purchase of my 20s, number 6. This is going to be a little bit too much information, but don't worry about it. This is the content that you didn't know you subscribed for. And this is going to have to be my underwear from a company called MeUndies. I am not sponsored by them, but they make an amazing product, so I'm happy to shill it to all of you. They make underwear, and this underwear, I bought 25 of them. They are just black trunks, men's trunks, so they're kind of fitted, and it is just so comfortable, so comfortable. You don't know that you're wearing it, and you never think about underwear ever again, and just trust me on this one. Go check it out. Great product, best purchase of my 20s, or one of my best purchases. Last but not least, 7th best purchase of my 20s. This one might actually be a rival to the first one as the best purchase of my 20s, and it is going to have to be buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't think I really need to explain to you why that was one of the best purchases of my 20s, but it certainly was. On that note, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hopefully, like I said, you found it entertaining or informative. Maybe you're gonna go buy these products or these things now. If you do, or if you enjoyed the video, definitely don't hesitate to smash the like button. It really helps me out, and that doesn't cost you anything. It won't be one of your purchases in your 20s. If it were, it would be one of your best purchases. And otherwise, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter if you enjoy short-form written content. Instagram if you like pictures, and I will see you in the next video. What's up, everybody? How's it going? So I'm 26 years old, soon going to be turning 27 years old. So I'm a wizened, let me restart.